is July 6th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are former President Ma and the 92 Consensus, and the United Kingdom includes Taiwan as safe travel corridor. First, I want to talk about former President Ma and the 92 Consensus. Mr. Ma expressed his opinion yesterday over the 92 Consensus for the first time, even though he did not make it very clear, but he seems to default that 92 Consensus is out because he asked the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, to declare their position. He said that without 各表, each side having its own interpretation, there will be no one China nor the 92 Consensus. Let me make it clear. The 92 Consensus, 九二共识, in KMT's version is 一个中国各自表述, and that is one China, two interpretation. And China interpreted as People's Republic of China, but Taiwan interpreted as the Republic of China, Taiwan. And both of us, have our own interpretation. But as I mentioned before, China will never accept two interpretations. They will only have the one China, and that is the People's Republic of China, period. And why did former President Ma Ying-jeou say goodbye to the 92 Consensus at this moment? Couple of reasons. A, Ma Ying-jeou wants to save KMT. KMT has always been considered as a pro-China and has lost the support of Taiwanese people. They lost the mayoral elections in 2015, the presidential elections in 2016, and even the presidential election in 2020. And the 92 Consensus has become an Achilles heel of KMT. B, he might want to express his support for Jiang Qichen as KMT party chairman, because Jiang Qichen asked China to recognize the sovereignty of the Republic of China on June 23rd, and Ma Ying-jeou expressed his support after 12 days. Well, this can be interpreted as Ma Ying-jeou's support for Jiang Qichen, or you can say that he doesn't want to support other candidate, Zhu Lilun. But the problem is, KMT's heavy hitter like Hong Xiuzhu, Lian Zhan may not support this idea of asking China to declare their position to recognize Taiwan's sovereignty. So the question is, will KMT split up? Also, I want to point out Mr. Ma's indiscreet remarks regarding the Hong Kong national security law. Not only did he not make a criticism on Hong Kong national security law, but he also said that the Taiwan national security law is 不遑多让. 不遑多让, what it means is no less than that. So our former president said that the situation in Taiwan is no less than that the situation now in Hong Kong. What a big mistake. Of course, Taiwan and Hong Kong is totally different. The Hong Kong national security law is an oppression of Hong Kongers. They can't even carry a flag or a chant slogan, and the decisions made by the National Security Committee shall not be amenable to judicial review. But in Taiwan, we are allowed to do all of these. The Taiwanese government will not arrest you just because you take a flag or chant slogan. Well, I don't know what happened to former President Ma. Strangely, when he talked about the Ma Xi conference, that is Ma Xi Hui, in 2015, he kept saying that he was meeting with Hu Jintao instead of Xi Jinping. Are you okay? You don't even know who you met in 2015 in Singapore. I was there in Singapore covering the story. I totally remember you met with Xi Jinping, not Hu Jintao. Of course, I don't know why he said that. But second issue I want to talk about is that United Kingdom includes Taiwan as safe travel corridor. And the United Kingdom announced the safe travel corridors. Taiwan and other 58 countries are on the list, but China does not. Does it mean that the UK has also denied the one China principle? Because Taiwan is included on the list, but China is not included. Also, starting from July 14th, countries in the safe corridors, travelers to England will no longer need to self-isolate for 14 days. Well, that is really good news. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases. Following the enactment of Hong Kong national security law, books by Hong Kong activists disappear from libraries. A search of 9 titles of books by activist Joshua Wong, Wang Zhifeng, localist Horace Chen, Chen Yun, and Civic Party lawmaker Tanya Chan, Chen Shuzhuang on the public library's website show either unavailable or under review. Hong Kong Leisure and Culture Services Department stated that he said that we will review whether certain books violate the stipulations of the national security law. And Huang Zhifeng said, white terror, what we call the white terror, continues to spread. The national security law is fundamentally a tool to incriminate speech. On the other hand, Hong Kongers get using creative things like hidden language to voice their opposition over the new security law. They use English letters from the transliterated phrase refer to the slogans, such as when we see those vocabulary, they say that GFHG, SDGM. What is that? It is 光復香港時代革命. That is Cantonese. It's a liberate Hong Kong revolution of our times. Also, we know that the protester, that pro-protester Yellow Ribbon restaurant built a lemon wall message board. And you can see that there's nothing on the message containing empty memos. And it implied that what is essential is invisible to the eye, which is, according to the book, The Little Prince. Talking about the COVID-19, WHO account reversion denial of Chinese fascist response. WHO previous timeline over response to COVID-19 stated that Wuhan Municipal Health Commission reported a cluster of cases of pneumonia in Wuhan on December 31st. However, this is not true. In the updated version on June 29th, WHO claimed that we can say that on December 31st, WHO learned about a potential new coronavirus in the first place when China representatives picked up a media statement by the Wuhan Municipal Health Commission from their website. And January 1st, WHO requested relevant information from Chinese authorities. And on January 2nd, WHO representatives in China wrote to the NHC, National Health Commission, 国家健委会. It's about the cluster of the cases. On January 3rd, China provided information to the WHO on cluster of cases of a viral pneumonia of a known case. And we know that this kind of identified in Wuhan. And it's totally 3 days later than what WHO stated before. After Somaliland has appointed senior diplomat Fulton as its first representative to Taiwan on Saturday, the Somaliland Chronicle published an article, and the title is Somaliland Rebuffed a Chinese government's offer to prevent a diplomatic relationship with Taiwan. And he said, Chinese ambassador in Somalia, Mr. Qin Jian, offered to open a Chinese liaison office in Hargeisa if Somaliland halts all activities with Taiwan. However, we know that Minister Fulton declined the request to stop working with Taiwan. Good job, Somaliland, and we should keep good relations. Well, we're talking about this. That will be the show for today, Monday. But I want to inform you, starting from today, we're going to have a 1-minute English on Facebook and podcast. Well, actually, it will be more than 1 minute, but 1 minute we'll talk about English from The View with Catherine Chang, and the other side we can talk about what the vocabularies we can use when we're having fun. All work and no play. Mac Jack, a dog boy. So it will be posted on Monday to Friday night at 9 p.m. And also we will talk about more on the contact in The View with Catherine Chang on every Sundays night at 9 p.m. So I just want to share with you, and that's really work on for the whole English things. And I wish no matter where you are, maybe you're in Taiwan or whatever the country you are, you can send us message. Tune in the podcast and see our Facebook. So that'll be The View for today. I'm Catherine Chang. I'll see you tomorrow.